Hello, in this video, I'm going to be talking about the dating mistakes that you might have been making and how to avoid them in your next relationship. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adeze, and in this week's video, I'm going to be talking about the dating mistakes that you might have been making, whether you're currently in the dating pool or you are just winging it in these Lagos streets. And of course, this information I'll be sharing are from my own experience as a lady in her 20s in Lagos, Nigeria. So I really hope that these tips help you and take out the frustration of navigating through the dating scene. The first mistake that I think that a lot of ladies, even guys, are making is that they assume that every date is a relationship. The first thing I have to tell you is that you have to meet people first. Not every date is a relationship. You might go out on a date with someone and they might just eventually be just your friends. You might go out on a date with someone and you find that you have common interest in a business area, in a career line, and you guys might go ahead to pursue that line. It's not every nice guy that you go on a date with that eventually turns to be a relationship. Some ladies make the mistake of going out on dates and after 2 weeks they are fully won their girlfriend heart and start giving the person girlfriend privileges, whatever those privileges might be. Going out on dates is just spending time with somebody. When someone wants to be in a relationship with you, allow them define it. If they are not forthcoming, go ahead to say this is exactly what you're looking for and you like them and you'd want to see if that works out, and if they're interested in pursuing that with you. You have to make sure that the lines are clearly drawn. Okay, you are not in your own head cooking up a fantasy. You're not meeting a guy for the first date and you're already planning a wedding. Allow the person to define the next phase of the relationship. Quickly, the second one is that you have to remove sex from the table so that you can see clearly. Sometimes when you put sex with emotions that are building up, it does not necessarily mean that you've come off as cheap. While that is that for your own moral judgment, the truth is that when you start seeing things that can likely hurt you in the future, you are less likely to withdraw, if that makes any sense. You see a guy, your value systems do not align and you don't see yourself having this person in your future, but you go ahead with that person because sexual tension has already been built up or whatever reasons that might be. And then again, the sex might make it difficult for you to detach yourself. When you take that out of the table and let things unfold, you are going to see clearly and you're going to be able to say that this would not work for me. Let me even cut it before I get 3 to 6 months deep into this and I realize it was a mistake. That brings me to my third point. Ladies, you have to be exactly sure of what you want. From the physical attributes to the spiritual standards to your core values, the things that you know that matter to you long term. You have to define all of this so that when you meet people, you are able to sift through the numbers. For example, if you're set on marrying someone in your own religion, you're not likely going to even go on a first date with someone from a different religion as you. Some people might see physical attributes as not a deal breaker, while others see it as a deal breaker. Whatever it is for you, you have to define it. Some people are particular about being with someone who is a lot more financially stable. If that's your deal breaker, do not go ahead testing the waters with someone who you feel is not ambitious. So all these things, you have to define the lines and draw them out clearly so that you are not entertaining something that should just have stopped at hi, hello. Another mistakes that we women make is that we compare our relationships with that of our friends. Without thinking, a lot of women find themselves doing that. They draw a timeline based on what's happening in their friend's relationship. You have to know that you and this person are different. Like there's only one of you in the world and there's only one of that person in the world. They are not going to do exactly as you've seen someone else do it. They're not going to do exactly as your parents have done it. They're not going to do exactly as your role models have done it. They're going to do exactly as they are, and you're going to do exactly as you are. Okay, so take off all the comparison and just let things flow and experience peace in the relationship. The last mistake that a lot of ladies make is that they take dating advice from their single friends. No shade to single people, but let's just take this as an example. You want to write JAM or GCE exams. You would not go to people who have not written the exams before. You most likely start your lessons with the best in your class, or people who have done JAM already, or they are already in the university. You get the drift. The best people to take dating advice from are your happily married friends, colleagues, etc. The key word is happily married. There are a lot of things that single people are going to say. I cannot take this, I cannot tolerate that, I cannot do this. If I were in your shoes, don't do that. We are going to be saying these things from a place of love, but guess what? We don't have the experience. We do not have the capacity, okay, to advise you on this topic. You're going to be asking people who are happily married, who have done it for a while, that you can confide in, okay? When the guy is not picking your calls, or he has gone distant, or what have you, you're not going on social media to watch what girls are saying about that topic. You're going to ask someone very close to you who understands the peculiarity of you and that person for advice. Do not take funny advice from the internet. Like I said earlier, you and your partner are unique, and they are going to apply to you uniquely, okay? Of course, there are obvious red flags. There are obvious things in your value systems that might vary, and that one you can sort them out yourself. But when you start having some slight issues, you know that you are going to be confiding in people that you trust that can help you resolve it. I hope that with these 5 points, you are excited about going into the dating scene and exploring safely. I wish you all the best in your next relationship, or if you're currently in one, I'm wishing you all the best as well. Let me know which of these 5 mistakes that you might have been making in the past, or you're currently making, in the comment section. I'd like to chat with you then, but please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I drop videos every week, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. Until then, bye for now.